What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fatkat bringing you another video, man. As you guys can see, or if you see my last video, you guys know I'm on travel again. So obviously when I go on travel, I get to rent cars and whatever the case for for that week or 2 weeks or whatever I'm going to be out traveling on the road. So this time we picked up a 2019 Dodge Challenger. Of course, this is the base model. This is not some exotic car rentals or anything like that. I do rent from like national things like that. So I do have the executive, whatever not package, but I am an executive elite member because I do rent cars so much, so I do get to pick up, whatever they have on the executive lots and things like that. So this is what they consider. Well, actually, sometimes you get like Cadillacs and convertibles and whatever things like that, but it's never like super top of the line cars. It's always something like this, or like I said, maybe like a convertible BMW, which I had the other day, a 430i. You could go check that out, or check that out in one of the videos below if you haven't seen that yet. But anyway, so let's check out this 2019 Dodge Challenger. As you know, man, let's do that walk around first. Let's go. All right, man, as you guys know, man, these cars are never really ever clean from the rental car place, so I apologize if it's kind of dirty, if you can kind of see it. But yeah, man, these cars are never really clean. This is actually an interesting color. It's like a dark blue, almost grayish color. I know it probably looks black in the video, but it's really like a dark blue, almost grayish type of color, man. But anyway, man, I mean, you guys know how the Challengers are. I mean, obviously, if I would have got, or the Daytonas and the 392s, and those are all going to be a little bit more than this one. Like I said, this is just a regular base model one, so nothing too extravagant or nothing too crazy, but at least you can kind of see what it would look like, especially with somebody, as I always like to do, somebody of my size, or my stature, my girth, will be able to sit in that car, so you'll know how you would fit when you're in that car, pretty much. So let's check it out, man. I would say, man, this is probably one of, I know a lot of people say that they like the Charger lights in the front, and I personally, I mean, I do plan on getting a Hellcat here soon. I do plan on getting a Charger Hellcat, and a lot of people say that the Charger Hellcat, or the Charger period, that they have a better front end. I personally like this one, man. I like the round circles, and I like the way that the how it has the orange glow here in the middle for the daytime running lights, the amber lights. I mean, I like that, man. I personally think this front end looks super mean. And this is just a regular one, man. So we're talking about the Scat Packs, or you're talking about the Hellcats. I mean, with the hood and everything, man, all together, it just looks super crazy. Yeah, so I personally like these a little bit better than the Charger front ends, but it is what it is, man. To each your own. But anyway, other than that, man, walking around the car, even with the you can see, even with the base model, you still have your little nostrils in there, so it still gives it at least a little something that you can work with. But the wheels are kind of uninteresting. Not really much to say there. You got your fuel cap here. So I will say one thing with Dodge, man. This one still has a spoiler and everything on the back. I will say one thing with Dodge, man. Even though you have the base model, they still give you something to be like, okay, at least I got somewhat of a decent car. So they don't just give you four wheels and basically a body with with their name plastered on it, and they can say, okay, here you go. They actually at least put a little bit of effort. Like I said, the gas cap and a little bit of hood. You got some hood scoops in there, so it gives you a little bit of something. At least you can feel like you got something. You're riding around in something that's kind of sort of resembles more of the big boys. So it's not too bad, man. let's go take a look on the inside. All right, guys, so this is pretty much what you see when you're sitting in the driver's seat of the Dodge Challenger. I would say, man, it is a pretty roomy car. I mean, even though you know, the back seats obviously are going to be a little compromised for somebody who's a little bit bigger or whatnot, but I mean, the back seats are still, I mean, I think you'll still be able to fit some, you know, decent people in there. And for those of you guys who have seen like videos like Tall Guy Car Reviews, he obviously has a Dodge Hellcat Challenger, and he's put people in the back seat all the time, and you know, they seem to fit back there or whatnot. So if you haven't seen any of his videos, make sure you guys go subscribe to his channel. He's pretty cool. Like I said, again, that's Tall Guy Car Reviews. Yeah, man, and like I said, he seems to put people back there all the time when he takes them on ride-alongs or whatever or whatnot, and you know, they seem to fit back there fine. So obviously with the Charger, you know, you got the 4 doors and it might be a little bit more comfortable, but still, if you got a Challenger, it seems like it would not, you know, you probably won't want to do a whole road trip, but seems like the Challenger's it's adequate in its size as far as it will sit people in the back. Anyway, but in the front seat, like I said, in the driver's seat, but this is what you see. So you have your dash here, right? So it's pretty cool, man. I mean, and like I said, this is just a regular base model you know, Challenger, and you still have that inspired, you can tell I was inspired by the actually, let me see if I can move to a different spot because I'm getting a lot of glare from the window here. So give me a second. All right, hopefully that might be a little bit better. Maybe not, but anyway, but yeah. So you can still like, you know, inspired by, like, you know, the bigger boys or whatever, the Hellcats or whatnot, and the you know, the Scat Packs and 392s and all that. So you still have your gauge here, your RPM gauge. Like I said, even though it's just a regular you know, regular Challenger, like I said, you still looks pretty cool. You got your digital gauge in the middle here. Obviously you got your speedometer. Now I said, I'm pretty sure if you go through the menus, you can scroll through other stuff, and it'll show you, you know, other things that you could put there. Oh, give me 1 second, guys. That is my wife calling. Hold 1 second, please. All right, guys, sorry about that. But anyway, so yeah, so you have your speedometer on this side, has you know, 160 on the dash. So like I said, for a regular schmegular, you know, Dodge Challenger, you know, can't beat that. So I doubt it'll actually get there, but at least it's on the dash. Anyway, moving on. So on the steering wheel, you see you got your Dodge logo here. You got all your, this is all your cruise control settings, and then over here you got your phone settings or whatever if you want to, you know, use your hands-free stuff. And then I'm pretty sure this will probably scroll through your menus and all that. In the back, you have is where you have your, if you want to do like your volume settings and all, or your volume controls for the radio on one side, and then on the other side you'll have you know, if you want to switch tracks or switch channel presets or whatever on the radio. Down here, of course, you have all your just your regular lighting toggle switches and things like that or whatnot. Obviously auto, off, or whatever, and then your parking lights and all that good stuff. Here, these are only auto down, they're not auto up. And then you have your unlock and your lock button, of course, and then your side view mirror controls there. This car does not have any of your memory seating or anything else. And again, watching Tall Guy Car Reviews, who has a Challenger Hellcat, he's also mentioned a bunch of times that one of the things that he does, you know, that he wishes he had the most was the memory seating in the Challenger. So I guess the Challenger, for what I so far, and actually this is a 2019, even though it's a base model, but this is a 2019. But from what I know, the Challengers do not come with memory seating. Only the Chargers do at the moment. So moving on. So down here you have obviously your gear select there. Looks pretty nice. There you go, your regular park, reverse, neutral, and drive. You can shift it to the left, and then you'll get your manual settings. You got a little cubby hole right here in case you want to put keys or whatever there. And then down here you have all your other settings. And the one thing that I realized here, I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. Even with a regular, like I said, just a regular Challenger, it still has a sport button. So that's pretty. And I just noticed that. Look, so actually, so you see, there's nothing on the dash, right? When I push the sport button, look at that, a little race car flag comes up. That's pretty funny. Anyway, I don't think you're gonna be, you know, killing anybody on the racetrack with this thing. Anyway, but yeah, so there goes your sport button. Then you have your AC buttons down here, obviously with your defrosters, and then you have your, you know, your AC controls there. This car is start stop. Even with the regular ones, I guess they all come with the keyless entry and key fob and all the other good stuff. Yeah, man, but that's pretty much it. And then you have your, you know, your regular glove box and what else there. This car does not come with any, again, because it's the regular base model, doesn't have sunroof or anything else. If you guys want to check out the back seat real quick, I don't know if you guys can see that, but yeah, back seats, again, like I said, they're not super big, but it seems like you would be able to fit some people back there, and at least they'll be able to sit there, you know, for, you know, with a couple of minutes just riding through the city and things like that, man. And of course, like I always like to show you guys, man, you know, sitting in this car, like I said, this is the Challenger, and man, look at this, man. I got a lot of space in here, you know, no issues with my knees or anything like that touching the floor or touching the steering wheel. And like I said, I'm about 5'10". As I always say, I'm a little bit bigger, probably, you know, than a normal dude or whatever, average dude nowadays. So like I said, but I got no problems with sitting here at all, man. This car actually, you know, fits comfortably, man. I feel comfortable. I could drive this thing all day, no problems at all. So yeah, man, pretty cool, man. Like I said, I would have no issues with driving this thing, fitting here pretty comfortably, even for a guy my size. So definitely be no problems for anybody else to fit in here. Now, I would say, man, the only thing I would say is with these doors, man, these doors are so heavy. I found myself a couple of times like trying to close these doors and it won't close all the way. So I gotta like open it again and close it again, open it again and slam it again. And mainly, and it happens more on the outside. So like when I'm getting out the car and when I close the door, it's like it's not closed all the way. I'm like, damn. So I gotta go and close it all the way and make sure it's all closed and everything else. It's just like, it just seems like it's a super heavy door to close it, you know. It just doesn't close like easily. So you actually almost have to like slam it to get the door closed. But anyway, other than that, man, let's take it for a quick ride, man, and see how it rides, even with the regular, you know, with the regular motor in it. Obviously, it's not, again, it's not the Daytona or the Scat Pack, or obviously it's not the Hellcat, Red Eye, or anything like that. So let's take it for a ride and see how at least, you know, this base model V6 would do. All right, so I'm not in LA, I am in San Diego, but it seems like the traffic in California, no matter where you go, is horrible, especially at this time. It is 4:32 local time, and man, oh wait, hold on, before we say that, look at that. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Anyway, so before I was saying, oh, can't see me anymore. There we go. So yeah, so like I was saying, man, it seems like no matter where you go in California, man, the traffic is horrible. But so we'll try to find an open stretch of road, or at least a little, you know, kind of open, and see if we can stretch out this car a little bit, at least for the little bit it can do. So we'll try to find a little nice piece of open road and get it out there, man. All right, man, so I will say, so even here where You know, I haven't got a chance to hit it yet, but I will say, man, the car ride's pretty smooth. You know, I don't feel a lot of bumps on the road or things like that. Obviously, probably with the scat packs and, you know, 392s and all other stuff. Obviously, the Hellcats and the Red Eyes and the Demons and all that. I'm pretty sure the suspension might be a little bit tighter. I'm not sure. I have driven a Charger Hellcat before. I've never driven a Challenger Hellcat, so I can't be for sure on that. But I would imagine that the suspension is just a little bit tighter. In this car, it's super smooth, man. Like I said, I barely feel the bumps, barely feel any of the dips in the roads and things like that. So yeah, man, so I would say the ride is pretty smooth, man. But let's try to hit it one time and see how it is. Hey, for the V, I could just imagine, man, how the Hellcat is. The V6, I mean, you know, it is a V6, so I wouldn't want to get too carried away. But it did pick up, man. Picked up a good amount of speed, and I haven't even put it in the sport mode yet. I wanted to test it out first without the sport mode and see how it was. So with the sport mode, I would imagine it's pretty. Again, it's not gonna, you know, it's not like thrilling where it's like throwing you all the way back in your seat and things like that. But it is, it gets the job done, I guess. Then that's the best way to put it. Pretty much gets the job done, and you know, you're definitely gonna not die in traffic. I want to say that that's usually my main way of judging a car, is if, am I going to die when I try to merge into traffic? Yes or no? And so far with this thing, man, that's not the case. So like I said, I've only hit it once and I got a pretty good reaction from it. So we'll try to turn around here in a little bit and see what we can get out of it on the way back. By the way, man, I don't know if you guys could tell, but obviously the sun is going down. I mean, San Diego's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful city, man. You know, the little bit that I have seen here so far, it is just a beautiful city, man. Look at this. Nice. All the houses are built like on hills and stuff here, by the way. There's like a bunch of hills and things like that. I think LA has more of like the mountain range, but these are like, you know, kind of like hills and things like that. So everything is built like on hills. So it's crazy, man. Very nice, California is very nice. Well, guys, as you can see, I am crazy stuck in traffic right now. The GPS on my phone shows red, so I don't think I'm going to be able to get this done before it is completely dark or the sun goes down. But anyway, but you guys get the point, man. You guys get the gist of it. I mean, this is a V6, so you guys, I'm sure you guys don't expect too much out of it. Nothing too thrilling, nothing too crazy. I'm not going to be spinning tires or anything like that on this thing. But like I said, it pretty much gets the job done. And, you know, there's not much else to say about it other than that. Port of San Diego. Can you guys see that? But I will say, another thing is, I'm glad that guy went by on a motorcycle. You know, in Florida, so, you know, as you guys know, I'm in Tampa, Florida, right? So in Tampa, Florida, it's illegal to go through the, you know, through the lines there in a motorcycle in the middle of the cars, which I honestly think it's BS. You should be able to go through it if you're on a motorcycle. Every other part of the world does that. You know, I mean, you're on a motorcycle. That's part of the perks. But anyway, in Florida, that's illegal. I think, like I said, that's BS, man, that you can't go through it on a motorcycle. But with that being said, because I'm not used to it, I pretty much have to remember to stay, you know, not towards the middle or the center of the lane, to stay more towards the left so that motorcycles could go by if need to. So it's, you know, obviously it's nothing crazy, but it's just like, hey, you know, make sure you stay more towards the left so that you could give these guys a little bit of room whenever they need to go through the middle of the lanes. But anyway, man, with that being said, I appreciate you guys for checking in. Sorry I couldn't do a full drive review of this car for you guys, but like I said, I don't think you guys are missing anything much. It was another motorcycle. But anyway, so I don't think you guys are missing much. Like I said, it's just a V6 Challenger. Nothing too crazy. Oh, there goes another plane landing. It's pretty cool, man. San Diego is a beautiful place, man. This thing is beautiful. Wow. Anyway, I'm really impressed. But yeah, so yeah, I don't think you guys are missing much, man. That's what I was getting at, basically. It's a V6 you know, Challenger, whatever the case. You guys know how, you know, most V6, like I said, this is the Hellcat, this is the Red Eye, this is the even the Scat Pack. I would definitely find time to make sure that I get the review done for you guys. But this is just crazy. I mean, look at this. It's still like traffic upon traffic upon traffic. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's crazy. Like, look at this. Look at all these cars coming in from this side. Wow. California, man. We're definitely in California. Anyway, man, appreciate you guys for checking into the video. As you guys know, I'm your boy Fatkat. Make sure you guys like this video. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. After you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that notification bell so you can get all the videos that I got coming out. Make sure you share this video with your friends and your family, so on and so forth, so that we could grow this channel as much as we can, man. Obviously, the more you grow, the more I grow, you know, the better things I can provide on the channel, things like that, and you know, have better cars and and so on and so forth. But anyway, man, with that being said, I appreciate you guys for checking it out again. We catch you guys on the next one, man. Later.